I said to somebody recently that I've never done work, like I've never had a job, I've never done any sort of work that didn't start with free work. So we just took 2 hours out of our team's time to come to Airbnb and record a little bit of extra footage for a client of ours. And this was time above and beyond what the scope of work had implied. This was work that in some ways is below the fold. It's not part of the contract. It's because we, as a marketing company, saw an opportunity to capture content for this client of ours for their promotional efforts. And so we've taken the time to do that because I'm thinking about relationships 10 years down the line. And so much of work, so much of ecosystem, so much of the world today is all about, let me get mine now. Let me get everything in writing and get every contract taken care of and squeeze every dollar out of every relationship. And I think that a competitive advantage we have is we're going the other direction. And I say this all the time to clients. I actually don't want your dollars today. I don't want you to pay us if you're not getting clear ROI. I am in these relationships for the long term, and I am invested in their long-term best interest. In the last year, we've seen just epic growth in terms of our business network and in terms of the folks that we have access to. And it would be so easy to cash in on those relationships and sell those relationships against sponsorship or sell them against tickets or sell them as client work. And instead, I'm looking at that and saying, given that we have this new network of amazing people, how do we serve them even better? And I think that business is so short-sighted that when and maybe even life, most of us are so short-sighted, but one of the strengths that we have at Xandr Media, both in our media relationships and in producing Responsive Conference, is that we're thinking about this work 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I'm thinking about it 30 years from now. And the relationships that we're forming today matter more to me in 5 years than they do now or next quarter or even 9 months from now. We had a conversation with a sponsor just half an hour ago, and I told that sponsor we've turned down 3 or 4 times more sponsorship dollars. Turned down. Someone wanted to write us a check and we've said no because the values didn't align or because I, as a businessman, didn't think that their sponsorship would actually be a good return on investment for what they were going to pay us for sponsoring Responsive Conference. Right now, there's so much let me get mine in the system, so much selfishness that people are not recognizing how much impact that has on brand, how much impact that has on human relationships, again, 5, 10, 15 years down the line. I'm building a business that I'm going to be working on and working within for the next 30 years. And I hope with people who I'm going to be building it with for the next 30 years. And that's just getting started. I'm going to be, 60, 70 in 30 years. And that's just the beginning of this system of relationships and system of work and doing really good quality work above and beyond that we're getting started to do today. So it's really exciting to me to look at this competitive advantage that we have that in some ways is we care more, we try harder, we love our people more, internally and externally. It attracts the quality of people that we want to do work with. And by not trying to squeeze every dime out of every relationship right now, I know that we're going to do well in the future.